Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of corporate filings so you don't have to. Today we're diving into a Schedule 14A, which is basically a company's invitation to its annual shareholder meeting, along with all the important stuff you need to know to vote. Think of it as the corporate version of a high school election, but with way more money involved. This one comes from Harmony Biosciences, and let's just say, after reading it, I'm feeling a little narcoleptic myself. Alright, so Harmony Biosciences is having its annual meeting in May of 2025. They want stockholders to vote on a few key things, electing directors and ratifying their choice of accounting firm. Pretty standard stuff, but it's important because these votes shape the company's future. This meeting is going to be online, which is becoming more and more common. They say it saves everyone money and makes it easier for people to attend. You can even submit questions and vote electronically. If you owned Harmony stock on March 17, 2025, you get to vote. They're sending out notices with instructions on how to access all the proxy materials online, which is good for the environment and keeps costs down. Whether you plan on attending the meeting or not, they really want you to vote. You can do it online, by phone, or by mail. If you own shares through a broker, you'll need to follow their instructions. There are two main proposals. First is the election of 3 Class 2 directors. The board recommends voting for all of them. Second is ratifying Deloitte & Touche as their accounting firm, and again the board says vote for. To be elected, the director nominees need to receive a plurality of the votes, meaning they just need to get more votes than other candidates. Abstaining from voting doesn't affect the outcome. Now let's get to the good stuff. The money. In 2024, Harmony paid Deloitte almost $2.5 million fees, about one to audit fees, about $1.5 million, while tax fees were around $800,000. Fees for audit and tax changed a little bit from the prior year, but overall it seems like standard stuff. The audit committee basically gives the financial statements a thumbs up, saying everything looks good based on their chats with management and Deloitte. Time for the cast of characters. Jeffrey Dano is the president and CEO. Sandip Kapadia is the chief financial officer. Then you've got Andrew Serafin as chief strategy officer, Kumar Budur as chief medical officer, and Adam Zayske is chief commercial officer. The compensation committee reviewed how the executives are paid and decided everything looks good. Now let's get into what really drives the compensation that we just talked about. One of the biggest points is that sales for Wakix, their adult narcolepsy medication, continue to rise, totaling about $715 million, which is a 23% increase. The company is also working to expand the pipeline and diversifying their portfolio with the acquisition of Epigenics Therapeutics. There were a few compensation changes. Dr. Badur's target bonus opportunity was increased. Because of hitting some company goals, the executives actually earned their bonuses this year. Kapadia got 15%, and the rest received 123%. They also talk about severance protections, which are basically what happens if an executive leaves the company. These kick in during potential transition periods after a change in control. There is a table on what we do and what we don't do. One key thing is that they emphasize performance-based compensation and prohibiting executives from hedging their stock. The compensation committee sets pay with input from the CEO and sometimes hires outside consultants. For 2024, the consultant helped to create a peer group of companies for compensation comparison, such as Acadia, Axum, Jazz Pharmaceuticals, and Sage Therapeutics. Okay, now let's talk about the pay. Dr. Dano made $715,000. Kapadia was paid roughly $507,000. DX made $5,000. Dr. Buddha at $575,000, and Andrew Serafin was paid $420,000. Cash bonuses for these executives came in with Dr. Dano at $637,000. Kapadia was at $291,000. Dirks at $279,000, Dr. Badur at $2,007,000, and Andrew Serafin is at $23,100. A significant portion of executive compensation is equity-based, which they view as important, granting stock options and restricted stock units. This is designed to align the executive's interests with the stock price and overall business performance. To ensure Dr. Dano continued to lead and stay in his role of CEO, the board awarded him a cash bonus of $300,000. Now, who owns Harmony Biosciences? Antonio Gracias and Juan Sabata both beneficially own about 11.6% of the company. Next, entities affiliated with BlackRock Inc. own about 12.1%, and Jeffrey Aronin, the chairman, owns around 3.2%. Certain major investors have special rights, like the right to register their shares, making it easier for them to sell those shares. There is also an agreement with Paragon controlled by Aranine. Harmony paid around $300,000 to rent office space. Harmony has policies for reviewing related person transactions, ensuring everything is above board. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for, the CEO pay ratio. In 2024, the CEO made about 29 times the median employee. The CEO total compensation is $7,149. That this is just an estimate and can vary based on how the calculations are done and well, a 49,000 median employee made about $20,49,151. Heaven call and World Biast the calculations are done. Now, taking a step back, it seems like Harmony Biosciences is in a decent spot. Their revenue is growing and they are working to expand their products. One concern could be how much revenue relies on sales of one medication, Wakix, and there is no indication that the company is profitable. Harmony seems to be in a stable position with an outlook dependent on how well they develop new treatments and manage their business. So what do you think about Harmony Biosciences? Are they a promising company in the long run? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Corporate Decoder. Thanks for watching.